In the 21st century, silence is a luxury. You wake up, your phone already buzzing. Emails, notifications, a news headline screaming about another catastrophe. Everyone has something to say and expects you to respond. But imagine a life where you are not at the mercy of your emotions, where your peace isn't shattered by someone else's opinion. That's the promise of Stoicism. Not detachment from the world, but mastery over how it moves you. But to understand Stoicism, we must first go back. Way back. The year is 300 BC. The world is chaos. Empires rise and fall. A man named Zeno of Citium is shipwrecked on a trading voyage. He loses everything. Most people would crumble. But Zeno finds his calling in philosophy. He begins teaching in the painted porch of Athens, the Stoa Poikile. That's where we get the word Stoic. And from that wreckage, a way of thinking is born. One that says, you cannot control the storm, but you can control your mind. A Stoic is not cold. A Stoic feels everything: grief, joy, pain, love, but refuses to be enslaved by those emotions. They are not passive. They act, but only on what they can control. Their lives are governed by 4 virtues: wisdom, knowing what to do; courage, doing it even when it's hard; justice, doing the right thing for others; temperance, not being ruled by excess. In a world of extremes, Stoicism is balance. Think Stoicism is ancient history? Think again. When Admiral James Stockdale was shot down over Vietnam and taken prisoner, he had one weapon: Epictetus. He survived 7 years in a prison camp by focusing on what he could control, his own response to suffering. As he later wrote, "I never lost faith in the end of the story." This isn't just philosophy, it's survival. One of Stoicism's most powerful ideas is this: there are things you can control, and things you cannot. Your actions, your values, your judgments. These are yours. The weather, the market, other people. These are not. Wasting energy on the uncontrollable is like trying to hold back the ocean with a bucket. The next time you're frustrated, ask, is this mine to control? If not, let it go. That's the Stoic way. Marcus Aurelius, emperor of Rome and perhaps the most powerful man on earth, would sit alone at night and write to himself. His private journal became Meditations, one of the greatest philosophical works ever written. In it, he reminded himself, you could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do, say, and think. The Stoic doesn't run from death. He uses it to sharpen the moment. You plan your life like a highway. Straight, smooth. But then, life throws a wall in your path. You get fired. You get sick. You lose someone. The Stoics say, fine, the wall becomes the way. Marcus Aurelius wrote, what stands in the way becomes the way. Instead of asking, why me? And ask, what can I do with this? Lost your job? Now's your chance to build the thing you've been putting off. Got rejected? That pain can make you stronger, if you let it. You feel rage, anxiety, fear. The Stoic doesn't ignore emotion, they interpret it. Epictetus said, it's not things themselves that disturb us, but our judgments about them. You don't control what happens, but you control the meaning you give it. Next time your chest tightens and your thoughts spiral, pause. Ask, what am I believing right now? And is it true? One of Stoicism's most misunderstood exercises is this. Imagine losing what you love: your health, your home, your partner, your life. Not to be morbid, but to appreciate it more. Seneca called it premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of evils. If you can imagine losing everything, you stop taking it for granted. Before you complain, picture life without what you have. Gratitude grows in the shadow of loss. The world pulls at you constantly. Notifications, obligations, temptations. A Stoic doesn't say yes to everything. They protect their time like a warrior protects their sword. Marcus Aurelius wrote, if it's not right, don't do it. If it's not true, don't say it. Every no to distraction is a yes to your deeper purpose. Anger feels powerful, but in truth, it's a mask for fear, for helplessness, for loss of control. Seneca wrote an entire book called On Anger, warning that it ruins lives. No plague has cost the human race more. The Stoic trains to pause before the outburst, to ask, what's really happening here? Before you slam that door or send that email, wait. Count to 10. Breathe. Let reason return. In a world addicted to comfort, the Stoic seeks discomfort, on purpose. Why? Because you don't grow in the soft. You grow under pressure. Seneca used to sleep on the ground, fast, and wear rough clothes, even though he was rich. Set aside a certain number of days, he wrote, and live with the bare minimum. Ask yourself, is this what I feared? Take cold showers. Skip a meal. Go a day without your phone. Train your mind to endure. So when real hardship comes, you're ready. Imagine a fortress inside you. No noise can penetrate. No insult can wound. No fear can break in. Marcus Aurelius called this your inner citadel, your mind, protected from the chaos of the world. The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. In that citadel, you choose your reactions. You govern yourself. The Stoic doesn't retreat from life, but builds their strength from within. Stoicism isn't something you debate, it's something you live. Epictetus once said, "Don't explain your philosophy, embody it." In other words, less talk, more action. Anyone can tweet about discipline. The Stoic wakes up early and does the work. Don't tell people you're working on yourself. Let your calm, your clarity, your results speak for you. You will die. Maybe today, maybe years from now, but you will die. The Stoics didn't fear death. They used it as fuel, as focus. Seneca wrote, "Let us prepare our minds as if we'd come to the end of life." You waste less time when you realize you don't have much. Memento mori isn't dark. It's a call to wake up. Keep a reminder on your desk, your phone, your wall. You could leave life right now. So live like you mean it. We all want recognition, validation, praise, but Stoics know the ego is a trap. Ryan Holiday put it best. Ego is the enemy of what you want, of mastering a craft, of real creative insight. When you're driven by ego, you'll chase approval, not excellence. Focus on the work, the process, the discipline. Praise is fleeting. Character is forever. Stoicism isn't selfish. It's social. Marcus Aurelius constantly reminded himself, we are made for cooperation. Like feet, like hands, like the rows of teeth. To be a Stoic is to serve, to uplift. To be calm, not for yourself, but for others who can't. Help someone today, quietly, without reward. A true Stoic gives, without needing applause. Stoicism is not a weekend hobby. It's a daily discipline, a lived philosophy. Start the day like Marcus Aurelius. I'm getting up to do the work of a human being. End the day like Seneca. I review my actions. I ask, what did I do well? What could I have done better? Morning. Set your intention. Evening. Reflect on your actions. In between, choose virtue moment by moment. The world is on fire. Wars, division, economic chaos. But the Stoic walks through it with stillness. Not because they're blind to suffering, but because they know one thing. Peace is not found in perfect conditions. It's forged in the fire. The more turbulent the world becomes, the more valuable your inner calm is. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Marcus Aurelius. Practice serenity not when life is easy, but when it's hardest. That's real strength. Some wait for the perfect moment to start. The Stoic doesn't wait. They build their character in the pain, during the breakup, while broke, while doubting themselves. Viktor Frankl, who survived Nazi concentration camps, wrote, "Everything can be taken from a man but one thing, the last of the human freedoms, to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances." If he could practice meaning, so can we. Ask yourself daily, what virtue does this moment call for? Then act, even if you're afraid, especially if you're afraid. One day your time will come. No more chances, no more tomorrows. The question is not if you will die, but how you will live until you do. Will you chase pleasure or choose purpose? Will you react or respond? Will you waste time or make it count? A Stoic life isn't emotionless. It's aware. It's intentional. It's a life of clarity, courage, compassion, and control. It is not death that a man should fear, wrote Marcus, but never beginning to live. So, start. Be brave. Be calm. Be useful. Be a Stoic.